Good evening, everybody, and welcome to SusyBLiving's Moonphase gardening series. I'm trying to find the best place with the best light, and at this time of year, nothing is really great. So I have resorted to my sewing room, and which also doubles as my office. And as you can see, my dummy is in the background. Well, the dummy might be here as well. So bear with me, you'll be able to tell what I'm doing. So I'm doing a couple of things different tonight. So my first thing is that I have brought with me my seasonal drink, and I've called it it's actually a gin and tonic, but what I've done is I have put some seasonal fruit inside it, and that is this, I'll just fish it out actually. It looks like lemon, but it's not lemon. It's a citrus. So in Italy at the moment, the green mandarins are ready, and I love getting stuff from a company called Natura, which does all seasonal stuff. And I got these, they were green, and they've ripened now because I was away last week, and that is my seasonal fruit in my gin and tonic. So cheers to Sunday night. Hope you had a good week. I hope you have been able to go in the garden this week. All right, let's start. This covers Monday the 13th of November through to Sunday the 19th of November. I am looking down again because all of my notes are in front of me of what I shall be trying to do in the garden this week. At this time of year, it is all dependent on weather. So I had a good day today. I'm going to talk about today because today is the same as tomorrow. Monday the 13th of November is Flowers Day, and so was today. It was Flowers Day this afternoon. If you had a look at my video last week, you see that we had roots in the morning and we got flowers in the afternoon. Okay, so I actually got quite a lot done. I was able to transplant. This is a bit squeaky, this chair. I transplanted out my flowering brassicas, so I'm really happy about that. I did the graffiti, the purple cauliflower, and I also did some calabres, and they all got transplanted into little 9cm pots. So that is great. So tomorrow, what I'm hoping to do, I think it's going to rain, but if I get a chance, I am going to start sewing, and this is the next bit I'm adding to my videos. It's going to be a show and tell. I'm going to be starting to sew. I haven't got these prepared. So these are called prepared indoor bulbs. And I have two of the paper white. You can see that they're these beautiful narcissi. So these are the ones that smell absolutely gorgeous for some people. Otherwise, they're a little bit of a headache for the others. And I've also got some bridal crown. And I have these, you can see, look, they're coming out the packet. So I have to get these in tomorrow. And actually, you can do this indoors, can't you? So those 3 packets are going to be sewn tomorrow. That is my sewing for my flowers. My weeding and maintenance, I will, if I get a chance, I will go and check my purple sprouting broccoli bed, my calabrese. The calabrese is nearly finished, so I probably will harvest the rest of that, and then I will pull them out. My cauliflowers are coming nicely now. I'm harvesting them as and when I need them. And what else? Any flowers that are in season, I am kind of sorting out now because there's quite a lot flowering in November. So anything that's flowering, I'm kind of I'm titivating and making look pretty in the garden. Lifting your dahlias, that's the other thing as well. We had a very big frost last night, so the dahlias are looking a little bit, well, the dahlias in the back garden, which is north facing, are looking a little bit, how's your father? The dahlias in the front garden, which is south facing, are fine. So that's the other thing I'm doing. No feeding, no watering. So that is Flowers Day on Monday, the 13th of November. So Tuesday and Wednesday, so Tuesday the 14th, Wednesday the 15th of November 2023 are both Leaves Day. I am sewing a lot on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not really mainly sowing lettuce because I'm doing a lot more. If you had a look at my video that I put on what I'm sowing in November, you can have a look at some of the lettuce. I'm going to talk about lettuce first. The lettuce varieties that I plan to sow in November. There's a few more I just want to add to that. So they are a few Salanovas. Now, if you haven't grown Salanova before, Salanova is a kind of commercial type of lettuce, and they're mainly used for picking the leaves from the outside. They grow very fast. They are they respond really well to all weathers, and they they have so many resistances to lots of things. They are absolutely fantastic. However, they are quite expensive. So when you get them, I'm just going to show you how they come. I get them from a company called Just Seed, these Salanovas. When you get them, they usually come in a little vial. Oops. Like that. You can have a choice of having the seed prepared, which is pelleted, or you can not have them prepared. That is not for all the varieties. Just for some varieties, you've got the choice of not having them prepared, so you just have the seeds themselves. The reason why I like having them prepared is because they always germinate. Always germinate, and they are absolutely fantastic. But like I said, they are quite expensive. So I am going to be sowing I've got a few varieties that are my favorites, and I'm going to list them at the bottom of my video so that you can see what they are. I've got a Cos, I've got a one called Haflex, I've got one called Seurat, I've got the Barlauch, which I've grown before, and Extranet. They're the Salanovas that I'm going to put in. But I am only going to do about 6 of them. That is all. 5 or 6 of those ones. The ones that I will do more of are the ones that I've mentioned, which is like the Grenoble Red. I've got these 2. I've got the Beyonder Riccia, and I've got the red one as well. I will do more of those. I'll do probably about 25 of each of those. Excuse me. So that is my lettuce for the moment, and there are a few more varieties, but have a look at my other video, and I will tell you what I am growing for those. The next thing I'm going to sow, which you probably think I'm a little bit obsessed by, is spinach. Okay, but I mean, you know, in the winter, you really cannot have enough spinach, in my opinion. I have the giant winter in the garden now, and this spinach, this is my next sowing of spinach to take me through into the spring. So by say end of February, beginning of March, the green giant is going to be bolting, and this spinach is then to take over from that. So in the winter, I'll probably be able to take off some small leaves and have salad from this spinach. But then I want proper spinach from this in March, end of March, kind of beginning of April. The 2 varieties I grow this time of year are Responder, it's an F1, and Rubino. This is the one with the red vein, and that is an F1 as well. I'm going to do about 40 of those. And the other thing I haven't mentioned is I've got grow lights. So all of this stuff that I'm talking about now, for me, is going to go under grow lights. If you don't have grow lights, don't panic, because you can actually grow, you can get this stuff. It's just really to get them germinated. You can get this stuff germinated if you have really good, like if you've got a conservatory that is heated, if you've got a greenhouse that is heated, or if you've got really good windowsills, south-facing windowsills. The only thing is you're going to have to turn your seed trays quite a lot because they will go leggy. But I've got grow lights, so this stuff for me is easy. I put them in under the grow lights, and they take off. So for instance, these spinach, I'm going to do 14 days under grow lights, and the lettuce the same, just really to get them going. I won't be doing any spinach if they're coming out of this. Hang on, I've got some some sticky tape here. I'll stick it up. Right, okay, so that's the spinach. The next thing that I'm going to start doing, if you, again, I'll mention what I'm sowing in November video, but you probably haven't even watched that, are some more brassicas, leaf brassicas in particular. Now, these brassicas are going to go in between my lettuces that I have in the greenhouses. So over at the allotment, and also the greenhouses that I've got here as well. And I have quite a few different leaves, in particular kales, that are going to do that. There is a cabbage that I want to grow, and that is called Haflex. It's an F1. It's a pointy cabbage. That is going to go in. I am only going to do 6 of each of these. I'm going to do some kales. I'm going to do the scarlet kale. I've just got them all in here in front of me. I've got the Black Magic Cavallonero kale. What else have we got here? I have this Pentland blue kale. It's kind of just all the kales that I really enjoy growing. I've got a dwarf green kale here. Dazzling blue, that's another kale there. What else have we got? I've got another red one. This is called Sympathetic. This is a really good kale. So that's what I'm going to sow as well. Oh, let's hope. I've only got 2 days to do these. So I'm going to be madly sowing. But because I'm only doing 6 of the brassicas, it should be quite simple. Right. Transplanting. Leaves days are really busy. Transplanting. I have little lettuce in seedlings that I need to put into 9cm pots. That's my next transplant. I've got some cabbage that are looking beautiful. They're in 9cm pots. I want to hold them a little bit longer, so I think I'm going to transplant them into the next size pot, into a litre pot. I've got a few of those. I think I've got about 8 of those. I've got some little parsley seedlings that I want to put out as well into 9cm pots. And I've also got some parsley in 9cm pots that I want to put in bigger pots in the greenhouse. I've got some spring onions that I want to go in the greenhouse over the road at the allotment in the ground. They need to go in. And the other thing is my Asian greens. I've got some more tatsoi and some more red pak choi, and that is going to go in my veggie pods because now I put the frost covers over the veggie pods. That is transplanting leaves. Weeding and maintenance, I have kale beds that I need to look at, and I've got cabbage beds that I need to look at as well. So that's my weeding and maintenance. No feeding, no watering, and harvesting. I've got kale to harvest, I've got cabbage to harvest, I've got Asian greens to harvest. I've got no lettuce. After all this lettuce that I'm sowing, I've got no lettuce. I've got a whole. We had some the other night, and we had 2 nights of it, and that was it. Finished it off. Oh well, these things happen. Right, so that's the leaves days. Right. That citrus is great. Okay. Thursday the 16th, Friday the 17th of November are fruits days. Yay, not much to do on fruits days. So I'm not sowing anything on fruits days, but I will be transplanting because I think they're nearly ready. My first succession of broad beans that I planted in modules, if you remember that. I sowed 2 lots of modules of broad beans. They then get transplanted into big pots that I am going to put in the greenhouse over the winter. So they should be ready. I think they'll nearly be ready. If not this fruits day, the next fruits day to go into these pots. Weeding and maintenance is mainly, I've still got lots of chilies going. And that includes harvesting, and that also includes watering because I had to water them today. They're in the little emerald greenhouse, and they're still getting quite dry. So, and I'm leaving them dry out, the chilies, because if chilies dry out, they tend to ripen much quicker. So that is those fruits days. And then the last days, Saturday and Sunday, 18th and 19th of November, we're back to roots days again. Look, if you haven't got your garlic in, get it in. as soon as possible. Really, at end of November, I wouldn't go much later than the end of November. So get it in. I mean, anywhere, pots, a bit of scrappy ground that you've got, just get it in because it needs to go in now if you want proper bulbs. I've got no garlic coming up yet. So that's fine. I don't really mind. I won't be sowing anything on roots days. I've got nothing to sow. Transplant. I have some little onions that I sowed from seed, some tough ball onions in cells. They're doing well. I'm not sure they're ready to transplant out yet, but I will have a look. I had a look at them today in the greenhouse. They look good. But yeah, so I'll just check that. Weeding and maintenance. I have winter radish to check on. I have leeks to check on. I will check on the garlic, see whether anything's coming up. I will check on my parsnips. I had a little bit of a scrabble round the other day in the parsnips. They're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. Water and feeding, nothing. And harvesting, I'm harvesting carrots at the moment because we're kind of using them a little bit more now. And yeah, so that is the week. It's a busy, busy week. It's mainly busy on the leaves days. So I'm hoping that I will get quite a lot done. My main priority is to get all these lettuce sown so that I don't have another hole of no lettuce. I'm learning. Okay, so thank you very much. That is my week coming up, and I will see you next Sunday evening again for another gardening week. We're coming to the end of November, and I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope you actually get out into the garden and get some fresh air and do something, because it is very therapeutic. And give me a thumbs up, and that's nice and encouraging. And if you subscribe, then you will continue getting these videos and we can continue gardening together. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.